Morning, Frog Squad. Welcome to my man cave. Come in this way. Name's Luke Jonge, 24 years old as of 3 days ago, and I train out at CrossFit Wollongong. All right, welcome to the man cave. Here we got the homemade rig. So we set this up ourselves. You actually can't get this set up, so we used to make this. So pretty happy with that. It's super nice on the rings. Got some jerk blocks, sometimes dinner table. Funny, I actually got this when I could barely train. So I kind of got this as a promise to myself that I was going to come back to compete. Because when I was actually bought this, I was doing like knee over toe stuff. I couldn't squat, I couldn't run. Like I had sciatica and all that. So I was like, all right, I'm either going to buy a car or get a full-time job. Or instead I bought a sauna.
How often are you training here?
Right now, once a fortnight, once every 3 weeks. But we pumped it hard during COVID. That's mainly when we got it built up. So during COVID, obviously every single day, twice a day, pumped it there. And then when the gyms opened back up, started going there more often. Well, that's my storage area in quotations. I definitely do not sleep down here. Definitely just storage. That feels pretty good. I don't think 6 reflects even where I'm at the moment. Like I didn't redo any of the workouts, so I know if I were to redo and really maximize my potential in each workout, I'd be a top 3 pretty comfortably. But then again, I also believe that a few of the other blokes could do that. So yeah, it's just nice to be at the top, start in the top heat. Because the year that I did have my good run at Torian, I think I came in last. And then ended like the first day in like third, ended the second day in first or something. Torian Pro 2021, I believe it was event 5. There was a lot of sled pulling involved, and I wore some of my really old shoes that are just super comfortable. It had a little bit of a crack in the bottom that was opening up the shoe. I didn't think anything of it, felt quite comfortable. On the very first sled pull, I noticed I was just pulling me forward a little bit, and like, because the sled was super heavy, I was like, oh no, if my shoes start moving, I'm screwed, and I felt a little bit of movement. So I did 2 more rounds. I could not move the sled to save my life. So on the 3rd round, I just pretty much sandbagged it. I did a few milk the cows on the ski erg, and then my judge is coming over and being like, just make sure you look like you're doing the workout. So I was like, all right, so I was just doing this. And then I saw James Newbury still watching, so I called him over and said, hey, please, can I have your shoes? I'm slipping all over the place. So then we swapped shoes, and then I'd finished the event in the 4th round. So testing event number 1, 5 rounds, 800 meter run, 10 clean and jerks, 83 kilos. I might set a timer, I might not. Kind of treat it as like a jogging the course type of thing. Just feel it out, see where I can pick up paces when I actually test the workout properly. Oh, gets me out of breath, eh? Maybe I'll pull out.
So the indie workouts were released yesterday, mate. What do you think about them?
Oh, I love them. Great for me. And Zakos. They're very CrossFit.com based. So it's just, you gotta be fit. And that's it, really. Luckily I'm fit, so works well.
Is there any workout you're excited for the most?
Probably the legless one. I think I can surprise people in that one. I feel like I'll be a big underdog because they're like, oh, probably don't think I'm that good at legless compared to Jay and Peter and all that. So that'll be cool. I don't think I can win it, but it'll be close. And then the first 2 events, they can just kind of go any way. So if I'm just there in the zone, like a nice runner's high, I could probably pull away and get a good win, but if not, I know I'll place well either way. So probably those 3 the most. The last event's a bit scary because if you're in contention and you push it too early and you blow up on the muscle ups, that could be your ticket gone. Really.
How old are those joggers?
2017. Check out the fucking marks on these bad boys.
Oh, no, better than the tears.
Yeah, you can rope climb in these at least. Can't rope climb in the tears. So boring. Just a bunch of fucking running. Ugh. That was right. It probably was the higher end of the 7 RPE. I felt fine 3 rounds in. And then when the legs got heavy, I was like, oh, this is getting really annoying to hold this pace. But if it's a competition and you got 2 rounds to go, I can easily knuckle down and just hold a good pace. But
So the run's a make or break pretty much in this?
I think so, yeah. Because you're going to come on with heavy legs for the last 2 rounds, no matter what, really. If you can hang on for the first 200, you kind of get back in your rhythm and you feel fine. So just be a little bit stubborn in that first 200, and I think you can hold a pretty good pace. So. Yeah, so since 2021, I had a few injuries actually. But as soon as I finished event 7, I was just in a world of pain. Like I had sciatica down my leg, I couldn't like squat, couldn't do anything. And then it just got progressively worse week to week. And then pretty much felt like I was done, felt like I couldn't do anything. So I had about a year and a half of rehab. I worked with everyone you could possibly think of. That's probably a physiotherapist or professional in that field. And there was no progress whatsoever, especially on my knee, and on my back had no progress either. And then I actually went to get a second MRI on my knee in Woonona, and I was like, it's hopeless. I'm not gonna find anything. I've had so many MRIs, there was so many scans, it's not gonna do anything. And they found this millimeter slice of plica in my right knee, which seems to be a rare condition amongst athletes. And it's just, when my knee was growing, I had that the plica in my anterior compartment. It just didn't fully dissolve when I was in my teens. Like I think when you're 13, 14, it normally goes away. So I ended up staying there and got a jam between my patella and my femur. So I just had excruciating pain. I felt like I had no ACL or no meniscus or anything. Yeah, and lucky we found it. The second we saw it, I booked in for surgery 6 weeks later, got 2 cortisone injections in both knees just in case it was in that one as well. And yeah, had the good part of 2.5 years ruined because we didn't know what was wrong with my knee. So yeah, the mental side of it was by far worse than physical, because I felt like I went from the actual peak of my career. Like I'm pushing for the CrossFit Games, everyone's saying, oh, you're a shoo-in. Calm Porter's telling me like, oh, you got the skills, you got the fitness, once you get your strength up, you're in, you're fine. Everyone's like hyping me up. And then like to go from that to not really being able to cross a road was kind of a big difference. Honestly, I just kind of assumed that if I gave up in that process, it was gonna make my life worse as well. So I was like, if I give up there, it's probably gonna affect the rest of my life worse than I'll ever know. So even if I didn't get back to full capacity, I knew I couldn't give up. Otherwise, I felt like mentally I was gonna be done. Fast forward here and I'm back to Torian when I was just honestly happy to just go for a jog about a year ago.
What's your schedule look like moving into Torian? How intense will your training be?
So this week, not really. Just kind of go through the movements, get the body conditioned to it, because I don't know if you've ever done like there's a hard workout coming up, so it's got a lot of squat cleans. If I do a week of just moderate to heavy squat cleans without the intensity, and then I do the actual workout at max intensity, that my recovery is so much better. It's like night and day. Where if I just go into it, always testing as hard as I can, the actual like workout, I just get smashed, my legs are always blown up, so.
Next time you ask a question, can you just repeat the question before you answer to it? Yeah. It's just a videography.
Oh yeah, I feel like you know someone that fucked it up.
I may have fucked up once or twice.
Yeah, am I wearing your shirt? Yeah. Oh. At the moment, I program all for myself. So apart from obviously Blaine McConnell Host Plus unit with Will Rattel, those 3 days a week, they're 1 hour sessions. I approach my training purely based off how I feel. There's old interviews of Scott Panchik doing the same thing. I think he programmed for himself for the good part of 10 years before switching to Mayhem, and he did the exact same thing we're doing. Just go off how you feel, don't plan anything more than a week ahead really. We've tried it in the past of just planning exactly what you want to do, but you change it anyway. So even if I were to get a set program, which I'm not against by any means, I think it's a great idea, you're going to change it anyway. I don't think there's an athlete out there that's made the games that follows their program to a T. So for the end of this year, I'm definitely lining up those big comps like Dubai, Wodapalooza, anything where I'm kind of put my name on the map. Get a few event wins there, your podium, or even get a top 5. I think that'll do a lot for my name and my brand, which would help me out a lot.
We need a sponsored event.
I will do an event in these for sure.
What event?
It always goes well. I'll do the handstand walk around for sure. I did 2 events in them at Down Under. I won one of them and then butchered the other one. Almost won it, and I got 6 because I fucked up my handstand walk so many times. So it is good luck.
On that subject, what's your recovery like in that week?
Honestly, I'm a big advocate of just not doing anything gym related. Like I used to stretch, do absolutely everything under the sun, soft tissue, get massages, like walk before and after dinner, thinking I'm doing everything right. But that would just put too much focus on it for me. So now I prefer to just not do anything. I just play PlayStation, play a bit of Outlast with Lucas. Top 3 lessons I learnt during injury. Number 1, straight off the bat, you're definitely not alone. As alone as you think you are. I think you've heard the saying, you can toss a rock or a stone to someone who's in the same situation as you, and I think that's definitely true. As much as people don't talk about their struggles, whether it relates exactly or not, people are feeling exactly what you're feeling. So I think by talking to a few people, you'll realise everyone's been through what you're through. If it's not injury, it could be financial struggle, relationships. It's all the same. The human experience isn't that different person to person. Number 2 is your mind is a lot stronger than your body, for sure. I think you don't always have to feel good or be in the mood to do what you want. Definitely teaches discipline is much stronger than motivation, and I think you can take that into your training as well. So that would definitely be number 2. Number 3, I don't want to get controversial with any, but you definitely learn who's a part of your team, for sure. You definitely learn who your friends are. You learn who people who really want you to stick around are, because there'll be some people who probably don't hang around when you thought they were going to hang around. You realise like, oh, you're not exactly who I thought you were, which can be a bit of a shock, but I mean, that's just how life goes, it's okay. But then the people who do stick around and from day 1 to now, all through it, they haven't changed at all. I think that really shows, who's a part of your team. In CrossFit, I definitely want to be known for just having a bit of a laugh, just not taking things too seriously. Like at the end of the day, we're just the blokes doing a couple burpees, like it's not that deep. Definitely not giving up. I think as much as I don't like sharing the story of being injured, that is my story, and I think I have to embrace it a little bit. So I think people seeing that and with their own injuries, and I've had a lot of people message me actually with their own bulging disc sciatica, knee problems. I've actually helped a lot of people out with that. So I think them looking at me, realizing someone can come back to this level of sport, even though it's nothing crazy, it's like pretty decent. I think if they can take anything away from that, just for not giving up and just staying persistent, I think that'd be pretty cool.